Hey Sagittarius, it is your girl, Belladonna Krishana, here with your mid-month reading. Sorry it's a couple days behind, but we're here now. And I needed to wait until I actually got clarity on your guys' energy. You guys are the last reading that I have to do, and I've been meditating on guys' energy, and okay, the term uh, movement happens came up. Change happens. I feel like you guys have kind of been in a state of stagnation, and it's actually self-imposed stagnation versus stagnation for the sake of, for the sake of anything actually being stable. It's like you guys are so resistant to change. I feel like in the last couple of years, maybe a lot of things have had to change, which was not up to you guys. It was just up to life in general. Which you took in stride. You took it. You did it. But now it's like another time where this particular change is asking you to make a bigger presence in the world, and because of all the non-self-imposed change you've gone through, you guys might be just a tad bit traumatized, and probably don't really want to make that leap. I'm encouraging you to make that leap, but you don't want to make the leap. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. A couple cards already fell out, so I'm going to... Okay, so first we have the Lust card. Okay, so this is about finding something that you, or having something that you know that like feeds you, and something that maybe you've been kind of just doing on the side. You guys haven't taken that on as like your full-time life. It could be hopefully it's not a partnership, um, but it could be a partnership. It could be a job. It could be um, it could be a place that you've lived. It's like there's a place, or a place that you want to live, rather. And it's almost like you guys really, like, even like when I like talk about it, I kind of feel this like sort of like low energy, sort of like, yeah, but I can stay here, but there's so much more. There's like just this ton more for you to do. Um, there's a ton more for you to actually, if you hear that in the background, it's my mom talking on the phone. There's just a ton more for you guys to experience, and there is something within your life that really feeds you, that you really are, that you've been craving, but just too afraid to actually go after. But if you went after this, I have the Emperor here, but if you went after this, that will be the thing that propels you. That'll be the thing that, finally your life is going to take on a whole new meaning. You guys are fire signs. And so it's kind of sort of ridiculous to stay in a state where that passion and fire is not constantly being cultivated. Not no one's throwing logs on the particular fire, that you currently have. The Hierophant comes up and just kind of asks you to just sort of like, for this season, I would say this is from the 15th of February to March 15th. This is going to be the time to really kind of take these words, to soak them in, and to meditate on them, and figure out what it's going to be that's going to make you feel, what's going to renew that fire, because that fire is important. That's you guys were born fire signs for a reason. This isn't like, this wasn't a random thing. And so you need to live with passion. If you're not living with passion, you need to get out. Get the fuck out. Okay, so let me just pull some cards from my other deck, okay? Here we go. As I've explained in other videos, this is the deck that I use typically. Oh, okay. Typically for my readings. They're not the prettiest, but they're mine. I love them. So, me and these cards have had some special times together. I actually, I am a professional reader. I read on a line, like a psychic line, and then I also read for friends and family and random clients. You have to excuse me too, because my nose is like super stopped up, and it's been stopped up like all day. I think I just ate too much dairy yesterday. Um, anyway, enough of that. You don't hear about my dairy problems. Okay. By the way, I'm kind of digging this look. This is like my too lazy to actually doll up look, but I kind of dig it. I like it. Anyway, pulling a couple more cards. Okay, we're gonna pull 6 total, so that's why it's like taking a little bit. I'm like trying to not bore you guys in the process, which I don't know if I necessarily did or didn't do. Okay. So yeah, here we go. So you guys are super, you guys, the whole thing is where you guys are at, it's not necessarily making you happy. I don't know if you can see this. This is the 9 of Swords. You know, where you're at, not moving, especially because you have this fire sign, you know, because not moving doesn't make you happy. It makes you more depressed. It makes you question yourself. It makes you uncomfortable. But it's almost like you're so used to being uncomfortable that it's like, well, maybe this is just what you're supposed to feel like. It's not. It doesn't have to be that way all the time. The World card is in reverse here, you know? And so when things are in reverse, your objective would be to turn them right side up, right? And so this is like, the world is yours. And it's like, you're not taking on the world in a way that the world can actually be yours. So this is sort of like, you know, this is in reverse right here. Oh, okay. So this is the next one. Okay. So I wrote this blog on my Tumblr site. I'm going to start posting on the little descriptions. Sorry, my dog's going outside. Jax, please go outside. Okay. um, so I posted on my Tumblr site a blog, and I'm going to start adding my social media connections, etc. On the videos next month. But I wrote a blog about falling in love with the process. And so while you guys are kind of getting the engine revving and taking this in and figuring out what it is that makes you passionate, what it is that really kind of fuels the fire, etc. within yourself, so that root chakra life, you know, you're gonna see the destination and you're gonna want to run to it. And the Temperance card in reverse comes up and basically says like, okay, cool, you got the message. Now you need to take necessary steps. You have to start falling in love with the process. And that was actually what my blog was about. It's falling in love with the process of getting there instead of just seeing the destination and just running for it. Because this is all the important stuff here. It's like making a cake, right? And this is also what I think I put in the blog as well. It's like making a cake, right? And if you can't just have the cake. I mean, you could just go to like Albertsons or whatever your local store is and get a cake and you didn't have to really go through the process. But if you go through the process, a lot of times the cake is so much better. And you have to appreciate all the ingredients that go into your thing, your cake, whatever that cake is going to be. It's that thing that is sweet for your life. It's that thing that fuels your life. It's that thing that gives you pleasure, you know? And you have to appreciate all the ingredients that go into it. So, and perhaps even in the past, the reason why you guys have been so hesitant about, you know, making the necessary changes is because of the fact that you're like kind of so focused on the destination instead of actually falling in love with the process. So this is the Temperance in reverse. Yeah, and the Hierophant here comes in reverse and basically is like, you know, you really need to just connect with that inner part of yourself. It's probably been such a long time since you guys actually connected to that part of yourself because you've been so hesitant about making changes within your life that you almost probably forgot that you're actually that connected, you know? And so you gotta get a little woke. You gotta wake up. You gotta get a little woke. The Seven of Swords comes here. Not everybody's gonna be not everybody's going to be really happy with that change. And in fact, it might seem like you are abandoning things and people for the sake of your own fire. And, and that's a temporary feeling. It might happen that you have to actually abandon your life as is in order to pursue the thing that fuels you. But the thing that fuels you is the thing worth fighting for. Does that make sense? Everybody has their own journey, and so you're not responsible for other people's journey. You're responsible for your own journey. And whatever that means for you. My dog again. Can hear the high heels in the background. Okay, so, and this is the Empress in reverse. So I feel like this might have to do even with like a relationship. And like, I feel like I'm speaking to more male energies, but this could also be, a man who is a bit sort of, I guess, dependent on you on some level if you're a woman. Or could be even like a family member and things like that. But I feel like this is, even though I don't have any cup cards here, I feel like this has to do with, this could also have to do with jobs, that you've had where you kind of like you've been really, they're really reliant on you, but it's not the thing that like fuels you. And so, like I said, the Empress comes in reverse and says like, not everybody's going to be happy. Your mama ain't going to be happy. Your daddy ain't going to be happy. Your job is not going to be, happy. Nobody else is going. This change definitely comes with a little bit of fear, and I get it because of the fact that that the thing that you want to do kind of goes against the grain, or the thing that you want to do, or the thing that fuels you, the thing that really gives you that passion. Is not necessarily going to be an easy task. For some people, and this is something that I'm getting to, this might be the decision to like come out of the closet. I don't know why that's coming up, but this might be coming out of the closet, if that's your path. But it's something about your truth that you have to stand in, and you standing your truth is not necessarily going to be easy, but it's definitely going to be worth it. And it's definitely going to fulfill you and make you more happy in the future. So I hope this reading was helpful. And and it is a bit of a challenge. It's challenge is to live your truth. Whatever your truth is, and you have to go through the process, which again is part of the cake. Part of the cake is that fear. It starts off with that fear of what is it going to take, and then moving through that fear, and then acceptance, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so you have the cake of which makes you happy in life. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. And you have my email address in the, description box if you need to email me or whatever. Comment, like, subscribe, that whole jazz. And thank you for watching. And I will see you guys next month. Okay, bye.